Right. Good evening, guys. And like I have promised a couple of days ago, that I will be going live on YouTube regarding some issues about starting your building building construction as related to uh, how to start your own building construction in Nigeria, and possibly it's advisable to look out for certain things. Before I start to give you some of the tips on how to start your own building construction, I'll first and foremost I want to point us to some of our videos that are already on YouTube. To start with, there's a foundation video right from the scratch. The foundation to start building a foundation of a property in Nigeria. First and foremost, you have to acquire a land, which is a basic requirement. A basic requirement which everybody, and if you haven't got one yet, the first and foremost basic thing to look out for is to go and get a land. It doesn't have to be a huge size of land. It doesn't have to be a big plot. Like from all the videos that I've uploaded on YouTube, I have been able to convince people that having a huge amount of land doesn't really determine that you want to build a house. You can start. I've seen very many people start construction with quarter of a plot. What is the size of a quarter of a plot? We're looking at 1/4 of 120 by 60. That is the standard size of one plot. The standard size of one plot is 120 by 60. Of course, if you have huge amount of money to start a project, obviously, if the land is very cheap in the area where you want to build a house, obviously, the normal standard of a land is 120 by 60. But you and I know nowadays, the video that I'm trying to make here is not for guys who are based in Nigeria or based in Africa. But what I'm trying to bring out here is for our fans that are based abroad, in Europe, in America, anywhere in the world that you are based that is not Nigeria. It could be outside Nigeria, it could be South Africa, it could be anywhere, name it. When I know Nigerians are lovely, they travel far and wide. But basically, what I'm trying to point out is you do not have to procure a whole big size of land. If you go and watch some of the videos I've done on this channel, I've started a project with half a plot, and all you need to do is to tell your architect, if you tell your architect your dream house, and tell them this is what I want, they can make a fantastic property from a half plot or from a quarter of a plot. So like I said, 120 by 60, that is the standard size of a plot. Right, if you don't have the money to buy a full plot, then you can go for half plot. You can look for somebody who you can combine hands with two friends whom you trust. You can combine, you can do a combination. I mean, you can combine hands with somebody whom you know or you don't know. All in the name that you want to buy half plot of land. Once you purchase the half plot of land, or you purchase one quarter, because sometimes you could get two people and say, well, you know what, I want to buy, I want a half plot as well. You want a half plot, and both of you have likable ideas. You can decide to fence the land right round to avoid encroachment. You can decide after fencing it round and divide the land into two and cut it halfway. You might decide not to cut it halfway. You might decide not to cut it into two. You might want to have combined project together. Okay, having said that you've now got a land, either either a full plot of 120 by 60 or half plot, which is 120 by 30. That is divided in the middle. It all depends on where the land is facing. You can decide to buy a quarter plot. You can decide to buy a quarter plot. So all is down to the resources that you have, that you want to build on the land. Then the next stage, obviously before you buy a land, you have a dream. You have a dream, you know what you want. You want to build a duplex on it. You want to build a 2-bedroom ensuite on it. You want to build a 3-bedroom ensuite on it. You want to build a 1-bed ensuite with a big, large parlor, living room, or sitting room. It all depends on your dream. But all these you got to discuss with your building architect or draftsman or somebody who have a knowledge of drawing to a building plan. Having said that, once this is done, then you now you can speak to project engineer, surveyors, people like us that were in the field, and once you know that you can get in touch with people like us, or project engineer, structural engineer, and they can give you an idea of the amount of materials that you will need from the foundation. Also, when you are purchasing the land, you have to look at the topography of the place, whether it is a water area, whether it has water area, whether it's a water area, whether it's a dry land, whether it's slopey, whether it's a flat, plain ground, yeah, all the same. These are the things you look at when you start your project. Then here comes the foundation. If you look at some of the videos I did when I started the construction of the how to build a house on a half plot in 1 month. The land that we purchased then has some bit of water. So the foundation then, what we did, we got granite, a 3/4 granite, we got sharp sand. Of course, I'm going to tell you about the size of the lorry that you will need to purchase this. We bought about 50 bags of cement. Of course, during the course of our event, of this series of videos, I'm going to be letting you know. We bought sharp sand, 3/4 granite, and then you're going to get the laborers. Or you're going to get laborers, you're going to get a bricklayer. Of course, you're going to get bricklayer, and then the foundation, you're going to get the line for the foundation. This is if you're going to do a direct supervision of your land. If you're going to do a direct supervision of your construction. If you're going to do a direct supervision of your project. These are the things you need to take into consideration. You're going to, once the load of the sand is brought to the site, the load of the granite is brought to the site, and then the cement is brought to the site. Then if it's a water area, they do not need to mix the sands and granite with water. All they need is once the wood, the inch by 12, he's already been constructed. Obviously, you're going to get a carpenter to do this. We're talking of inch by 12 board that will be arranged 1, 2, 3, about 4 of them high above the ground. You're going to get the service of a welder to get this for you. You're going to get the service of a welder that's going to do the size of 15 or 16 mm rod. Of course, I'm going to interrupt you this program at this moment. If you want to chat with me, if you want to ask questions, you can chat with me, and we can apparently, I can answer some of the questions you want on the areas of constructions that's bothering you. Either the construction that you are doing at the moment or the one that you're about to do. We can discuss on ways around it. If your contractor is cheating you at the moment, we can discuss. I can give you tips. I can give you advice on how to handle this. If your contractor is trying to be smart, of course, I can give you advice on this. If your contractor is telling you the amount is overpricing materials, I can tell you on this channel what to do. If your contractor is not telling the truth or is not using the right material, I can tell you what to do on this channel. If your contractor is a family member, of course, this is the most difficult aspect of construction. Right, let me be honest with you. When you want to go into building construction in Nigeria, if you want to go into building construction in Nigeria or anywhere within Africa, the last people that you will get involved with is family members. Because initially, they'll be very honest. Initially, they'll be running around for you. Initially, they'll be doing all that you want them to do for you. But let me be honest with you. In the end, they're running for their pocket. They're running for their own benefit. In the end, if anything goes wrong, you cannot sue them. You cannot challenge them. You cannot call them to order. It could go nasty. So that is why people like us are here, that we can advise. We can definitely give you the right advice. So stay tuned to this channel. Also, I've got a website, which is www.gandia.com. That is where you can purchase, or you can have an idea of up-to-date prices of building materials. If your contractor is trying to be funny, you go to www.gandia.com. G for Gary, A for Alpha, N for November, J for Juliet, U for Uniform, A for Alpha.com. I spell it again, www.G for Gary, A for Alpha, N for November, U for Uniform, A for Alpha, J for Juliet. Sorry, I'm getting it wrong. Gandia, G for Gary, or G for Golf, A for Alpha, N for November, J for Juliet, U for Uniform, A for Alpha.com. You can get up-to-date prices on what we're talking about. Right, back to what we were saying. It is dangerous to involve family members when it comes to construction. Don't get me wrong. 1 out of 10 can be very good. Right, 1 out of 10 might be very useful. 1 out of 10 might be good. Back to the construction. You start the foundation. When you do the foundation, right, if it is a water area, then you need loads of 3/4 granite, loads of cement. The the welder will have to do what is called raft. So if your contractor is mentioning something about raft, you have an idea of what he's talking about. Raft. Raft is the solid concrete that do not need to mix water with granite, the granite, the sharp sand, and the cement. It's just poured dry into the wood. The planks that we have already done, or 3 planks, there's already been 3 or 4 planks that's already been put on the spot where you found water. And then this is poured there dry. The point, and then they leave it for about 3 days, it's solidified. That is if there's water in the area. But if there's no water in the area, you do not need to get yourself involved in all this, because it's quite expensive to get a foundation solid right from the beginning. Right. So if it's a dry land, then you get your laborers. You got about 12, depending on the size of the land. If it's a if it's a full plot, which is 120 by 60, then you need close to about 10 laborers. 10 laborers to work on that day. The laborers are the one that will mix the concrete granite, and they will transport it to the place. You know, they've already pegged. I forgot to mention the pegging. The pegging are the small 3 feet plank that is used on different angles of the land. And then they put the line. The line is a long twine or rope that is drawn to mark the digging of the foundation. So once they started digging the foundation, they can use 1 day to dig the foundation, depending on the number of laborers. So that's for a plot, you need 10 laborers. If it is half plot, you need about 7 laborers. If it's cut off a plot, you need about 4 laborers to do this for you. So your contractor or the bricklayer will tell you the number of people that you need for the size of the foundation. So once the foundation line has been dug, then the concrete, which is the bed, they put it round, they put it there, and once that has been done, then you leave it for the whole day. The following day, you can start the setting of blocks. That is, if it is a dry land. You start setting of the blocks from the second or third day. You start the setting of blocks on second and third day. Right, the setting of blocks depending. Right, don't forget I said if there's water on the land, so if it's a marshy land or a land that has some element of water, you will need that raft, obviously. But if it's a dry land, it's a normal just foundation they will do. And then after the foundation, they mix the concrete where the concrete is done with 3/4 granite and the cement and the sharp sand. So they put that right round, and that is done. So the second and third day, you get 9 inches blocks. If it is a 1 plot, if it is a full plot, which is 120 by 60, you are going to get minimum of 1,000 9 inches blocks. At the moment in Nigeria today, depending on the area, some areas they are selling 9 inches blocks for 200 naira. That's equivalent of, if it's in pounds, we're looking at 50p per block if you're in England. If you're in US, we're looking at 80 cents. Right? If you're in any part of the world, but depending, if you do your conversion very well, so some areas are doing a naira value, a 9 inches blocks is now 200. If you're looking at places like Lekki or Eleko area, in terms of Victoria Island, we're looking at 260, 270 for the price of 9 inches blocks. If you're looking at mainland in Lagos or any other part of the country, we're looking at 200. Places like Oyo State or Ibadan, we're looking at 180 for 9 inches blocks. In the east, we're looking at 180, 170 to 180 for 9 inches blocks. Now, going by the 9 inches blocks, you can do the foundation of the 9 inches blocks up to 3 feet high before you now do the filling. I'm going to stop this video now to answer some of the people that have called me today. Okay? Stay with me. I will come back in another, say, 10 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. There is a gentleman that just asked me a question now. He was saying, how many blocks can he use to do a 2-bedrooms flat? Right. A 2-bedroom flat, depending on the size of the bedroom. Now, if it is a 10 by 12 inches, 10 by 12 feet of a bedroom, a 2-bedroom, master bedroom, which is 10 by 12, 16 by 14 is a master bedroom, and the second room is 10 by 12. The living room with a 20 by 24 feet. We are looking at, and if it's a bungalow, yes, if it's a bungalow, we're looking at about 1,500 blocks. Of course, you can mix it on the window side. You don't have to use 9 inches for the window side of the construction. You can mix it all with 6 inches blocks on the window side. And also, if you're doing the demarcation inside the flat, the toilet and bathroom, you do not need 9 inches blocks for that. You only need 6 inches blocks for the window, the window side, the toilet side, and the kitchen side. That's the inside demarcation. But the outer wall, you will definitely need, you will need the outer wall that surrounds the building. You need a 9 inches blocks. Okay? All right. I'm going to stop right here now. I'm expecting quite a few people to chat with me. I'm expecting more people to ask questions. Yeah, there's a gentleman calling, asking, how long does it take a foundation to set? Yes, how long does it take a foundation to set? It all depends on the nature of the land where you are building, doing the construction on. It all depends, like I said, it all depends on the land. If it is a water area, you will need a raft. A raft is a concrete construction that you do not need to put much water in. The granite, the three-quarter granite, sharp sand with a lot of cement poured down in the area where the water is, with the welder that have constructed iron rod mesh of 16 mm. Okay, so but if it's a dry land, the one that they're using the raft, you will take about 3 days, 3 to 4 days before you can start setting the block. However, it's a dry land. If it's a dry land, then you can start the setting of block the following day or 2 days. Oh, another person is asking, do I need to do a fence before I start building a house? No. I will say no. But if you don't, it all depends on your pocket. If you don't want to, let me put it this way. It all depends on your budget or your pocket. Because initially, when you dream to build a house, you want to put everything that you have to the construction of the building. I will say the fence can come in later, because when you start the foundation, you build it to window level. Nobody can steal the block. Nobody can nick your block. Block is not something they can nick or steal and then go and resell. So what you're building at that stage, when you start, I would say forget about the fence. You can put the money, because the money that you're going to use to do the fence can actually start the building construction. You can start the building construction straight away once the foundation is up. Because let me be honest with you, for a plot of land, you need to bring it to about 6 feet high. You need minimum of 3,000 blocks. Now, if you look at 3,000 blocks multiplied by 200, that is 600,000 naira. That's not a joke. That's not small money. That 600,000 naira can definitely start your foundation. Not only foundation, that 3,000 blocks will take your house, a bungalow, to lintel level. You get what I mean there? To the man that is asking, can he build a house without building a fence? Yes, you can build a house without building a fence. The 3,000 blocks that you will use to outlay for the fence can actually finish your bungalow. Do you get what I mean there? Do you get what I mean? 3,000 blocks which you're going to spend to make a fence round a land is enough to build a house or bungalow to roof level or to lintel level. Sorry. If you say you're trying to prevent your land being encroached on, or if you say you're trying to prevent the omonile, that's a popular slang that this land tenure system, these people in Nigeria, I think it's very common in western part of Nigeria. You buy land today, before you even get the receipt, they ask for omonile. They ask for so many amount of money which you have to pay them. When you want to do foundation, they ask for money. When you want to, so that money, the omonile cannot. If you start the foundation and you start the building right away, nobody from anywhere can lay hold on any portion of the land. So I will advise, if you have the money, don't bother about the fence. Just start the building construction right away. Okay? I hope I have answered your question there. Okay, there's another person that just came in now online. Is asking how much do we, how much can we get an average, sorry, let me read what the gentleman is asking. How much can we get an average gate? An average gate, depending on the design, depending on the size. I would recommend a 12 feet wide and 8 feet high size of gate with a kind of a nice design, 150,000 naira. So if your contractor or family member says, okay, uncle, auntie, I will help you get a gate, make sure you send me an email or you text me on +44 782 3535. On +44 782 554 3535. I'll be able to tell you if the prices are okay, or you could go to the website, which is www.ganjua.com. Ganjua.com. G for Gary, A for Alpha, N for November, J for Juliet, U for Uniform, A for Alpha.com. You'll be able to see the latest building materials in Nigeria. I am your friend. I don't want you to get into trouble. I don't want you to lose your hard-earned money. I'm based abroad, but I travel home every 2 months. Sometimes depends on the projects that I'm trying to supervise on or I'm working on. Travel, but to be honest with you, I've seen a lot of people abroad that has been swindled. Let me tell you a case in point of a friend. Bought a land, started the foundation, got to the lintel level, wants to do the decking. Obviously, this thief called a carpenter, gave him a good quote. The man did not check, well, got a family member to get him a carpenter, gave him a quote. The quote was 700,000 naira. Wherever you're based, convert what 700,000 naira is, either in dollars or in pounds or in euro or in whatever currency of the side of the world you are. The gentleman was doing a direct supervision, was doing a direct supervision, and they entrusted this carpenter. They gave him a deposit of 400,000 naira. Guess what? As I'm talking to you now, the carpenter made away, did a runner with the 400,000 naira. Till tomorrow, the man never show up. The money gone, the wood work that they want to use for the decking gone, the woodwork for the decking gone, the man lost his money, the family member cannot account for the carpenter that was recommended. So that's why I'm telling you, it is dangerous to entrust sometimes family member to help you oversee or recommend workmen for you. It is absolutely dangerous. Okay? However, my friend lost 400,000. My friend project was abandoned for quite a long time because the gentleman was a very hard-working fellow. Here, you and I know what it takes to put this money together. So I'm telling you today, you have to be very careful of who you put your project trust in, of who you entrust in terms of family members. Anyway, the reason why I'm putting up this live chart is to help a lot of friends not to have a kind of heartache that some of my friends and some of my colleagues have had in terms of trying. And you know what? There's nothing bad in working hard and going home to get a house. But how you are doing it, to get a house is one thing, and how you're going about it is another thing. Some of us, we cannot go home. Some of us, we don't have the means to go home. Some of us, we are too busy to go home. But however, there's nothing wrong with this. But make sure that when you are making an attempt to do a building construction, seek the experience, seek the advice of experts like us, seek the advice of people who are in the industry, seek the advice of those people who have done it before, rather than you jump and throw your hard-earned money to that hoodlum, that crook that you will not like. Right, basically, thank you for, there's somebody that's thanking me here. Yeah, thank you. Anthony, Kazim, I can see you there. Thank you very much. If you got anything to say, thank you very much. Kenneth, thank you. Peter, thank you. Kazim, thank you once again. Right, if you have any bothering issues, just type it. I will be able to analyze it and explain it to you. Trust me, I know guys are very hardworking. They're putting in all the total number of hours to what they're doing. And I'm not going to be pleased. I personally am one of them. I work hard for every little penny that I make. Well, there's nothing wrong to help people back home. There's nothing wrong to entrust people with their project. But at the same time, if you look at what it takes, the amount of hours you put in most of the jobs, I don't care whatever you do, whether you're doing security abroad, whether you're doing your nurse abroad, whether you are, whatever capacity that you're working, whether you're doing business, you know you got to pay your tax. Then people whom we give money to help us build abroad. Right. Oh, Kazim, okay, good. You're looking, where can I get good roofer? Okay, that's not a problem. If you look at one of my videos, the roof. If you're satisfied, if you go to the videos, some of the videos that I've got on this channel, on my channel, I did Gerard. I don't know what type of roof do you want, Kazim. If you can type it to me. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. There's Kazim is asking, is looking for a good roof. Where can you get a good roofer? Where is your? Bear with me. Let me try and respond. Bear with me. No, I could not make. Okay, bear with me. Let me see whether. Right. Hi, Kazim. Hi, Kazim. Sorry for interrupting you guys. I just need to answer this gentleman quickly. Kazim, bear with me. I'll be back now. Hi, Kazim. What type? Oh, your side. Okay, right. He's responded. Thank you, Kazim. I was just about to reply you on the forum. Right. Where in Ibadan? I'm familiar with Ibadan, Kazim. Can you type the your location, the location of your site in Ibadan? Is where in Ibadan? Is it Ibadan Central? Is it? Just give me the area. Type the area. Where in Ibadan is your site? Kazim, I'm waiting for Kazim to respond. Anyway, let's go back to what we on the forum. Right. Where in Ibadan? I'm familiar with Ibadan, Kazim. Can you type the your location, the location of your site in Ibadan? Is where in Ibadan? Is it Ibadan Central? Is it? Just give me the area. Type the area. Where in Ibadan is your site? Kazim, I'm waiting for Kazim to respond. Anyway, let's go back to what we. Okay, all right. Right. Oh, very close to Egeda. Well done, well done. Okay, if you say, if you. Just give me the area. Right. Okay, Kazim. Right, I've seen it. If it's the modern one, there are two types of roof. There is the aluminium span, the aluminium long span. Well done, well done. Okay, if you say, just give me the area. Okay, right. I've seen it. If it's the modern one, there are two types of roof. Let's go back. There is the aluminium span, the aluminium long span. All right. Okay. I think there's a little bit of distraction here. Let me just turn down the volume. Right, sorry, let me go back to Kazim. Sorry, fans, I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Right, Kazim, there are two types of roofing. There's the one you saw in my video is called the Gerard roof, and that is bond. The bond is, there is Milano, which is the Gerard roof. It's a kind of roof they use in Europe. All right. Okay. Now, Gerard roof is more expensive than aluminium span. Aluminium span also, when you're doing the woodworks, the aluminium roof takes more wood when they are doing the triangular edge of it. It takes the gap between the wood and the next wood must be. Sorry, I'm mixing up now. Aluminium roof don't take much wood to complete. The Gerard roof takes more wood. It's more expensive in terms of the number of woods that they will use. The aluminium one, it all depends on your budget. Anyway, if you want a good roofer, right? text me my WhatsApp number. Sorry. WhatsApp number. Okay, let me just quickly give you text. Give me 1 minute. Let me get my phone, and you can WhatsApp me on plus. My number is +44. Make sure you put +44 782 554 3535. My number on WhatsApp number is +44 782 554 3535. Okay, I'm going to give you some numbers of the roofers you can ring that will assist you. They're not expensive. They're very good. They're not going to mess you up. Before you give them money, please let me know. Oh, thank you. I think my son has brought my phone to me. Okay, right. Just 1 minute. I need the charger. The laptop is running low of power, so I need to get the charger also. Can you just bear with me 1 minute, please? Right. You want Gerald Roof, right? Okay, Kazim, I'm really happy for your contribution on this forum. I don't know what YouTube is doing. It won't let me type. Okay, let me see if you can get this. Right, bear with me. +44 782 554 3535. Don't know whether this will go. Oh, you got it. That's my WhatsApp number. That's my what? Can you get me the charger, please? Please, it's in the living room. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm coming back to answer your question. Right, like I said. Oh, did you get it? Oh, you are welcome, sir. Welcome. Just give me 1 minute. I need to put a power. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Go. Okay. Thank you, Kazim. Just buzz me on the WhatsApp, and then I will be able to reply you. Like I said, this forum is for our lovely fans that are based abroad. It doesn't matter where you are. I know a lot of people are panicking to establish or build a house, build something good back home. I want to just tell you now, be confident. You got a dream. The Bible says, I will build a house and I will live in it. Once you have very hard working, there's nobody that can stop you from achieving your dream. Right. Like I said, the gentleman, my friend is a colleague, went abroad, stayed for about 15, 20 years, and wants to go home. Anytime he wants to go home, he has to stay with people. Sometimes if he don't stay with people, he lives in an hotel, and that's quite expensive for him. Finally got a land. Unfortunately, he got into wrong hands of bad carpenter. A family member messed him up, took his money, and did a runner. The gentleman, my colleague, for years, for months and months and months, he could not. The project was abandoned, and that was the story. After a while, he raised some money. He started the project. After he has contacted me, and I was able to give him the right advice. So you need expert advice if you're based abroad. And a lot of women fall victim of this as well. I've come across quite a few women 2 from US, 1 from Canada, 1 from Australia, about quite a few women that have been swindled. I visited a project somewhere in Lagos sometime this year when I heard the amount of money that has been taken from a friend. The project shouldn't have cost the lady more than 20 million. Just 1 minute. Can I just take this call, please? Hello?
Hello, Mr.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm on YouTube Live, so I might not be able to. Give me maybe what time are you going to bed?
I'm off tomorrow, so I'm not doing anything anytime.
I'm talking of today, even if I'm going to call you back.
Yeah, anytime. That's what I'm saying. Anytime tonight.
Okay, I'll give you a buzz later, sir.
No problem, sir.
No worries. Bye. Well, sorry about the interruption. So I visited the project and I realized they've done a buck job. What do I mean by buck job? It was a bad job. The decking is almost collapsing. The columns, the pillar columns, they didn't mix. There was not enough cement, too much sand, too much granite. Even if you use your hand, you can use your hand to pull things down from the construction. You could see that no, these people have actually swindled the woman. I took the video, I took the picture, I sent it to the client. This was not something well, like I said, the project was meant to be about 20 million. The lady had spent almost about 40 million, but the project was not to write to my about. Oh, thank you, Fred. Fred, thank you for coming to the show. Thank you. This is our forum. It's not for me alone. It's for us to rub minds together to get rid of these Shylock, charlatan, money-mongering contractors in Nigeria. Fred, thank you for coming on the show. Fred, thank you. Peter, thank you very much. Thanks for coming on the show. Thank you. We will get rid. We will. Home is home. Home is sweet. Believe me, home is sweet. I must be honest with you. Nigeria is good. Nigeria is beautiful. I've been so happy for any time I go home. Home is. Thanks for coming on. Right. Nigeria is blessed. Let me be honest with you. Nigeria is really blessed. Have never bought a full tank petrol since I've been abroad in my life. I went to Nigeria and I was able to buy at 20, how much was it? 6,000 naira. Filled my tank. I said, wow, this is good. I was able to buy a lot of things. Fruits cheap, food cheap. Nigeria is beautiful when you have a house. Once you have your house, your worries are over. The rest, once you have a house, you have a car to run around, the worries are over. Anyway, let me just put that's a side talk. A lot of women, a lot of people wants to build a house, but people are not to be trusted. When they want to supply materials, I've seen people when they said you need a 4,000 blocks for a 4,009 inches blocks for a 2-bedroom flat. No, you do not need 4,000 blocks for 2-bedroom flats. There's a contractor like that I was able to rescue. Anthony, you're in Dublin. Welcome, sir. No problem. We are all united to kick out rubbish contractors who don't want us back home in Nigeria, who don't want us to have They sweat. Like I was saying, we work hard. We work hard abroad. Let me be honest with you. A lot of people put so much hours in before they pay their rent, before they pay their mortgage, before they pay their tax, before they do school run. They put food in the house. They pay for electricity. They put insurance of their car. They do road tax. They do all this. By the time you put all this together, you hardly get money. You hardly save money to build a house in Nigeria. A lot of people abroad, they have to go and borrow money from the bank. Some friends borrow £10,000. Sometimes borrows $20,000. Some borrows €30,000. And now, how would you do this? Because it's not easy to even get this loan. When you get this loan, some of us, you put it on this, we'll spread it over 5 years. Some people spread it over 3 years. Some people decide to say, I want to pay it early on time. So that's why when they put in the agreement, the contract, right? When they put in the contract, they walk their backside out. Let me be honest with you. I'm one of them. I join credit union. I take money from the bank. But there's no cheap credit. You got to work out. When you sign a contract, it means that you will pay this money unless somebody is dead before they write off the debt. So now why would you carry this huge amount of money of £10,000 or €20,000 or $30,000 and then you said you want to go and build something in Nigeria and one idiot somewhere we now said, yes, this is the time I'm going to swindle you. No, it's not going to be possible. We are guiding against this. We are going to guide against this. And none of these Shylock, lazy contractors will never swindle us. Now, come to think of it, the number of materials, they're not even doing that. When you see any one of them that tends to be a bit trustworthy, when you see any one of them that little want to pretend to be trustworthy, they inflate the prices of material. I was able to rescue a gentleman a couple of weeks ago. From what I heard, they overinflated the amount of materials that they will use. Now, let me even tell you, listen, you've not heard anything. Let me tell you their tactics. Even when you decide to monitor them, you cannot monitor sawmill where they purchase their wood, where they purchase their material, where they purchase bamboo, where they purchase inch by 12, where they purchase cement, where they purchase some other materials. Because they know the trick of the trade is that they have already spoken beforehand. They've already spoken beforehand to them, the people that they purchase material from. But let me tell you how to guard against this. When you have a carpenter that starts work for you, or you have a bricklayer that starts work for you, do not allow them to recommend any tradesman for you. Do not accept. Let me be honest with you, this is what they do. They work hand in hand. They collaborate. They plan against whoever. They can be nice at times. They can be nice always. But that doesn't mean that they're not cutting back. They're not cutting something behind. This is the trick of it. If you want to enjoy the value of your money to do the construction. Okay, there's a question here. What my mom does is buy the material and all they do is construct. Yeah, Kazim, that's good. Kazim, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Like I said, they collude. If you have a bricklayer, a young bricklayer, they always have friends that does other things. Like I was saying, they have friends, electrician. They have friends, a plumber. They have friends, that do plastering. They have friends that do tiling. They have friends that do roofing. They have friends that does interior decoration. However, they will recommend all of them to you. But that doesn't mean you should take them on board. Let me tell you what practice I do. If I know you are a bricklayer, I'll give you the bricklayer job. I'll give you bricklayer job. I will not always ask about someone else to give me idea. Say, for example, I need a plumber now to do my borehole. I know I will search around, I will speak to experts, and I will not tell them where my project is. I might decide to ask about 3 different borehole specialists. Say, for example, you want to do borehole now. The price of borehole, some people will give you 300,000. It all depends on the topography of the area. Like, for instance, where the construction of the one that you see on YouTube is. The construction, there's a little bit of water in the area. So to reach the water is not going to be long. However, they still need to get the point where the pure water is, where they can get the best pure drinkable water. Okay? Right. In the area, you can do the borehole for 90,000 naira. I have seen somebody in such area, they are charging them 300,000 naira. No. You can see imagine what. Because I know the trick of the trade, I will go and look for my own plumber myself. I will go and look for a borehole specialist myself. I won't let somebody recommend to me. Because when they recommend somebody to you, there's every possibility behind. Oh, thank you, Tosin, thank you. Thank you, Tosin. Thank you for that. Thank you, Tosin. Thank you for, how's your weekend? I hope your weekend has been going very well. It's my wish for all of us to be successful in our various projects. To be honest, it's, oh, thank you. Oh, Peter, thank you for your comments. Right, let me go back to our analysis. Don't worry, let's not lay back. It's not difficult. Sometimes you can Google it. Plumbers in Dagada area. Plumbers in Agege on Google. Or welders in Dagada. Welders in Shomolu. Welders, all these will come up. Now you now begin to pick their numbers and call them. Obviously, Nigerians, they are lovely people. You will hear those that will give you the right price. You will hear those that are not the real plumber or welder. Some of them, they get the contract and subcontract it to their welder friend. They are not real welders. They are not real plumbers. They are not real bricklayers. All they do is to front to be a welder or bricklayer or plumber. But they contact, they will get the job. They will front, they will come as if they are the one doing the job. But indirectly, they got their friends to come and do it. Right, that is going to be more expensive. If the real welder who is going to do the work or the plumber will charge, the real proper welder will charge you 20,000 naira or 30,000 naira to do the job. The friend that is not a welder that will subcontract you, contract the job, might double the money. So you're not getting a fair deal there. You're not getting a fair deal. Also, try as much as possible to find out other works they have done, because sometimes recommendation can prevent you from getting into the hands of hoodlums that will run away with your money. Also, make sure that you give them money in bits. Don't give them bulk money. If they charge you for 100,000, give them quarter of the money, and make sure that you get to your site. If you're unable to go to your site, look for not a friend, not a family member. Look, because if you know the land, if you've been to the area where you bought the land before, make friends with neighbors, especially 1 or 2, 3 houses away from your project where your land is. Be their friends. Try to be nice with them. Treat them nicely. Get their telephone contact. You might not need to go to the site. Sometimes you might need to call your neighbor. Please, uncle. Please, auntie. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to disturb you. Did my welder come to the site today? So you are indirectly monitoring your investment and reduce the risk. If they say they come to the site today, just have a kind of chart. Did they have any little? Did they do what do you think they did today? So anyway, they can be giving a feedback without you even going to the site. But let me tell you, at a cost, once in a while, you'll be blessing these people that are giving you this information. Right. Coming to the area of material prices. Try and Google it out. How much is 16 mm? If your contractor gives you a kind of terminology that you don't understand, you say, tell him, I'm going to get back to you. Give me a couple of hours, I'll get back to you. So a lot of us, we don't use our mobile phone to the ultimate. We got mobile phone on the spot. You can easily just just Google it. Right, 16 mm. How much is 16 mm? How much is 12 mm? How much is a bag of cement, Dangote? How much is elephant cement? How much is horse, which is the Falawiyo one? There are various cements like that. How much is that? So you have an idea. Anyway, that's just that. So coming back to the contractor's gimmick, we're going to talk about the contractor strategy. Right. If you love this production, I will be coming on every Saturday evening and Sunday evening. So if you have any burning issues, write them down, put them down. I'll come on this show to give you explanation and expert ideas on it. So the gimmick of contractors, when they give you quotation, they give you a quotation for a bungalow, a twin bungalow on a full plot, 3-bed each way. They give you a quotation of 5,000 blocks. Obviously, 5,000 blocks should be able to finish it. However, they probably want to catch you somewhere else. Oh, no problem, Kazim. Thank you. No probs. No probs. No probs. No probs. Kazim. Thank you. Not too sure whether I'll be too long here, but not too sure. I will be too long soon. Right, like I said, so if they don't catch you in the area of the blocks, they'll catch you in the area of cement. Let me be honest with you. One more thing that quickly, before some of you drop off from the line. For every 100 blocks, sorry, for every 79 inches blocks, you need 1 bag of cement. Take note of this from today. For every 79 inches blocks, sorry, I just need to stretch my legs. For every 9 inches blocks, for every 9 inches blocks, please, no, if you're writing anything down, for every 9 inches blocks, you need 1 bag of cement. For every 9 inches blocks, you need 1 bag of cement. For every 70 bags, 70 blocks. I don't want to contradict myself here. For every 80 blocks of 6 inches, you need 1 bag of cement. So if a contractor tells you, sorry about that, let me just try to do the analysis now. If a contractor says you need 5,000 blocks, you divide 5,000, if it's 9 inches blocks, you divide 5,000 blocks by 70 blocks. Sorry, bear with me. 5,000 divided by 70. Woo! Yes. The 5,000 blocks of 9 inches blocks, you need 71 bags. At most, 75 bags of cement. However, I got a friend whom they have the contractor requested for 200 bags of cement. Now, this is where they make their money from. 200 bags of cement. Now, if you say 200 bags, of cement, and I tell you what, 75 bags of cement is the 65,000 blocks needed. However, they have overinflated the number of bags of cement that should be needed to do the construction. Like, they have overinflated it. 200 bags minus 71. 129 bags of cement price is going to our friend contractor. That is nice, that's very nice with our friend. Now, if you love this channel, please subscribe. Please, I'm begging you, subscribe. I have 1,900 subscribers at the moment, and I want our friends from all over the world to subscribe. There's a lot that I'm going to unfold on this channel in terms of helping our friends in the diaspora. There's a lot. Not only in the diaspora, we have quite a lot of friends who don't know anything about building construction in Nigeria. They can hook up to this channel, and we will together beat that syndrome of fraud contractors, the syndrome of charlatan contractors. Oh, thank you, Kazim. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Kazim, you've been a fantastic fan on this show. Right. We will together get rid of fraud. It's not easy to earn money. I'm telling you, once you are hardworking in the past in Nigeria, when you get abroad, you are very hardworking. Things will be working out well for you. Business will be working out well for you. You have good health. And when you get this money, you start construction, one single day or 1 week, all your hard-earned money can just fly away like that and bring high blood pressure. Not only high blood pressure, you'll be depressed. You're paying the loan back at a high rate, but they don't know this. You're paying the loan back 5 years down the line. You're still suffering for the payment. The idiots have taken the money away. So we don't want our people to fall victim of this anymore. That's why we established this forum. This is an intelligent and informative forum, and we want to get rid of fraud contractors. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The contractor requested for 200 bags of Dangote cement. Each bag, if I would say, as at yesterday morning, is 2,600 naira. A bag of Dangote cement is 2,600 naira. However, the original 71 bag that was needed for the project of a 5,000 blocks should cost our dear friend 2,600 times 71 blocks, 184,000 naira, 600 naira. Sorry, 184,600 naira. 184,600 naira. However, that should have been the cost, apart from the amount that the contractor fee will be paid, the laborer's fee, the money to pay per block, laying a block. If you want to lay a block, it's 50 naira per block. I'm still coming back to that. There's a whole lot we're going to talk about. So when next we're going to come on this forum, I'll tell you, I'm not too sure the time I'm going to pick up next Saturday, but it will be in the evening. It will be around 8 o'clock. Okay? So the 5,000 blocks cement should have cost our dear friend. Oh, thank you for your effort. I have been following you lately. I want to start a project that might take me a couple of years to finish. Never mind. We can do. Michael, we can do all things through Christ. Michael, never mind. You can do all things. You can do all things through Christ. Through Christ that strengthens you. You'll be surprised, Michael, when the money will come. You won't be so. I got a friend like that as a fan who wanted to. Was been watching my video on YouTube. Wasn't a live channel. It was a recorded video. So was dreaming to build a house like that, and don't even have a land. But 3 months after we had a chat, after he texted me, I said, well, don't worry, God can do anything. God is there. The grace is over us. All you need to just carry on your hard working in UK. Carry on doing what you need to do. The Bible says, whatever you lay your hand upon shall prosper. This guy carry on working. Do you know what? An insurance company that has owed him money. Well, something happened through an insurance issue, and it was paid to the tune of £15,000. Believe you me, this man who don't have a land, was just dreaming of starting something. He's been in UK for 25 years. He's almost a British citizen. Well, he is a British citizen anyway. But he was dreaming to get something up in Nigeria. He took this 15K straight home. Well, by the time he came back 2 months after, believe me, I was amazed. So, Michael, don't worry. God is able to do all things. Is exceedingly above what we have asked or think. Back to my analysis about our contractor who overinflated the number of cements that was needed for 5,000 blocks. So the project originally supposed to cost 184,600. The contractor took in, sorry, bear with me, 200 minus 71 blocks, say, let's say 75 blocks. So 125 blocks over inflate, 125 bags of cement over inflated. Now multiply this by 2,600 to see our fraud contractor. Wow. You don't want to believe this. The money that went into our lovely, friendly contractor was 325,000 naira. He has made double the amount of the money from the material. Oh, thank you, Michael. You can do it. All right. So he has made double the amount that was needed to do the 5,000 blocks. So before even collecting his fee, the man has had 325,000 naira in his pocket. Let me be honest with you. 325,000, if I divide it by 200 naira of the 9 inches blocks, it will give you, I will tell you how many blocks this one will buy. 1,625 blocks of 9 inches. So how do you see that? What kind of contractor is that? That has ripped a client off of 325,000 naira. So now that is just the beginning. Now when I looked at the quotation again, my friend showed me the quotation of the iron rod that will be used for the decking. I'm telling you, this guy has finished our friend. They needed for the decking as a 2 flats, 3-bedroom flats, and they needed to deck it. Now, looking at that, in a rough estimate, you needed 2 tons of 16 mm rod, 1 ton of 12 mm rod, all right? And the quotation that the gentleman gave, luckily he met me, they haven't given them money for this. The man gave them a quotation of 4 tons of, instead of 2 tons, gave them a quotation of 4 tons of 16 mm and 3 tons of 12 mm. Each ton cost 200,000 naira. So the man is roughly over 600,000 naira before even getting his fee. So how do we get rid of people like this? You have to be wise. You have to be clever. You have to play smart. You have to be on top of your game. You have to be vigilant. Your hard-earned money, you want it to work for you. The money you borrow from the bank, you want it to work for you. Then you have to be smart. Okay? Right. In the case of my own, like I said, I do not let people recommend workmen that have already started working for me on the site. I don't let them recommend workmen for me. I go around, I check online, I Google to search. There is nothing on Google that you cannot have an idea from. There is nothing on Google that you cannot have a name. Any name, type in any name, you will be able to get information about it. You will get information about it on Google. Okay? Right. Somebody was asking me, can I get a land in Ekpe? Can I get a land in Ekpe? Ekpe is more or less towards Ikorodu area. after Ikorodu. Is it after Ikorodu or after? I can't remember. But I know you can get a land. What you need to do is search on Google. But be careful. If you are going to, eventually you find a place to buy a land. Let me tell you what you need to do here. Please make sure you find the right source of the land. A lot of our friends abroad have been con of their money in the area where they were desperately looking for land. They took them to some places where they've already sold the land, so somebody else's land. And because there's no construction on it, they were able to put some people together to say they are the landowner. And they took money off them and they wrote them fake receipts. However, to be able to beat this kind of not to fall into this trap, make sure you get the right source to get your land. Now, you will, even if they take you to the place, tell them you need to see the proof of the previous owner, the proof that they own the land. Tell them if there's going to be an issue of omonile, tell them you want to meet the committee, the people in charge in the area. There's omonile, there is Olori Ebi, there is they have all different titles in these places where you want to purchase your land. There's somebody called, there's Mogaji, there is they got some big titles that you can speak to. Arrange a meeting, and when you are going, don't go alone. Arrange a meeting with them. Don't go alone. Go with 2 or 3 people, for you not to be attacked. Because in this day and age, you have to be very wise. Okay, you have to be very wise. If you go alone, to an area you don't know very well, they might set you up. You might be, when you are going, they might attack you. I don't say that's going to happen, but you have to put that at the back of your mind. Don't go alone. Don't carry cash with you when you are going. Don't carry your cash with you. This day and age, Nigeria is the banking system is very smooth and very intelligent. You can have your phone, a little cheap Android phone or any of the internet phone. When you're there, it's just if you decide to buy the land, tell them to give you 1 or 2 minutes. Let them write an undertaking. Let them do official receipt. Possibly you can record the statement while you're there with a audio record and video record. When you are there, if they say they're not going to allow you to do video record, do audio record. They can be able to do that for you. When you decide to make a payment, do online transfer, collect the account, do online transfer, make sure you get a receipt, make sure you note those dates down, and then to crown it up, you can start development. Before you purchase the land, make sure you have some extra fund in your hand that immediately, in fact, you might call an architect, contact me or contact some of the experts. Get an architect to do a drawing for you overnight. Do a drawing, the next day, take bricklayer to the place. Okay? Now, one thing that might even be helpful, don't fully pay the money for the land. Give them 3/4 of the money and strike a bargain. I will start the foundation of the land. Tell them you're going to start the foundation. When you start the foundation and you realize there's no problem there, then you tell them you're going to give them the balance. So take a bricklayer, take laborers to the site the following day, and please start work. That is to tell you that you have destroyed the chances of them taking the land back from you. Start the foundation straight away. Start the foundation straight away. Let them do the pegging. Let them do the lines. Let them bring laborers and start digging the ground. Now, while they are digging the ground, get them to supply you granite or 3/4 granite lorry load. Tell them to get you 1 lorry load of sharp sand. Tell them to get you 20 bags or 30 bags of cement. And start work immediately. Once you start work, while they are working on this, tell them to get you 500 blocks of 9 inches. Or possibly if you have money, tell them to get you 1,000 9 inches blocks. And start work straight away. Believe you me, once you start that, if you leave that 2 months after, because even if they want to resell that place, once they bring somebody to the place and the person sees that they have already started work, the person will not buy it. I'm going to stop here now. Thank you. Let me mention the names of the people that have contributed today. Kenneth, thank you. Wherever you are chatted from, God bless you. Kazim, thank you. Anthony, thank you. Oh, sorry, I didn't say. Okay. Okay, you want Gerald? Kazim, thank you. Peter, thank you. You've been a wonderful contributor. Antonio has come up again, right? You are from Dublin. How is Dublin? How's the weather in Dublin? God bless you. Keep doing the hard work. You will get to your destination. You will build the dream of your house. Tosin, thank you. Peter, thank you again. Kazim, you come up again. Thank you. Michael, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to come on this channel again. Same time on Saturday. Same time also on Sunday next week. If I have time, hello. Who is this? I don't wait. Bear with me. Somebody just came on now. Hello. I can't pronounce your name. Habshawi. Oh, where are you calling from? Habshawi, hello. Hello, Habshawi. Hello. Habshawi, how are you? I hope everything is all right. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for coming on. As I was just rounding up when you came on the show, we started this forum and show to enlighten and educate fans and people that have dreams to build their own house or build their own homes, but they are so scared, they are so terrified by all kinds of reports and stories of being swindled, people running away with their money. But I can tell you, yeah, it does happen. We cannot deny that. But you got to be very wise and clever and smart to be able to beat them. By the time people, the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. If you do research, you check online, you check on Google, you search for things, by the time you're talking to the contractors, they will know that you have knowledge of what you're giving them to do. Okay? So you will not fall victim of fraud contractors. Contractors that will inflate prices of materials, contractors that will inflate the quantity of the materials, contractors that will not even do anything, the contractors that don't even have idea. One a clue of how you're getting the money abroad. They just believe, oh, you're abroad. Let's just multiply the number. Once they thought it's just 1,000 naira. Multiply one. They thought 1,000 naira. They just have only $1,000. They just have only 1,000 pounds. They thought 1,000 pounds is like 1,000 naira. No, it's difficult. It's not easy to earn 1,000 pounds or $1,000, 1,000 euro, or 1,000 whatever currency of a country where you're working. So it's not easy, but just put it on their head that if I ask for this, it's just going to send change 1,000 pounds or $1,000, 1,000 euro. So it's not like that. A lot of people, they've gone to borrow the money, and they believe that they want a value for their money. So that's the purpose of this channel. I'm going to round up now, and I've said it times and times again. So I'm going to round up. I will leave the video on YouTube. It's been 1 hour 35 minutes now. I'm going to leave it on YouTube. I want you to subscribe to the channel, and I want you to go, if you want to have an idea of what the prices of materials is as of today in Nigeria. You can go to ganjua.com. Ganjua.com is the place to be. www.ganjua.com is the place to be, to purchase, to compare prices of, to compare, oh sorry for these, to compare prices, building materials, prices. Please do subscribe. To the channel. Right, so on this note today, I'm sorry if you're just coming on. I think somebody else just joined now. I'm trying to be, I try to satisfy everybody, but it's been said that there's nothing that has the beginning that doesn't have an end. So on this note, I want to thank everybody that has asked questions, that have contributed, that have been happy to hear me. I'm coming on this again, same time on Saturday, same time on Sunday. Till we meet again, this is your host and friend, Damola. Okay, that's not my YouTube channel. I know it's Lulu Dumba. I just gave it that name. I just don't know why I decided to give it that name. But well, as long as it gets the job done, it's not about the name. It's about the integrity. It's about the freedom of information. It's about people expressing their mind. It's about people gaining knowledge. It's about people getting wealth of experience in the construction industry. If you have anything that is bothering you in the areas of the plan, that you have the project, you have, don't forget, you can request, you can send me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is +44. Yeah, woman. Number is +44 782 554 3535. Okay. Oh, Jide. What can I do for you? I might spend another 5 minutes because of you, Jide. But you can type whatever your request. I will be able to respond. Right. What we've been discussing so far is how to help our various friends, ladies, guys, hardworking guys abroad, the diaspora, that has fell victim of fake or fraudulent contractors. There will be, like I said, I keep repeating myself. I'm going to end it now. I've been on air for. Okay, what I'll do, I'll give it for another 5 minutes. Okay, so if you have any questions to ask me, I'll leave it on for you to ask me questions. Is it by the material prices or about anything bothering you in any of the projects you've started that you're having problems with your contractors? Is it about what you're planning to do? Is it regarding the design? Oh, thank you, Jide. You've been very kind and you've been very considerate. I like Nigerians are very considerate. They are very considerate. They are considerate. They are very considerate. That's the kind of culture we want to promote. People don't want to, strain you. I appreciate that. Okay, but don't forget, I'll be on air again next Saturday about this time, and I'll be on air also on Sunday. So on this note, I want to draw the curtain. We hope you've enjoyed my analysis. If you love it, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And so far, I've got 1,913 subscribers. Thank you very much. God bless you. And keep doing what you know how to do best. You will get there someday. The Bible says, whatsoever a man... the Bible says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthen me and you. Whatsoever we lay our hand upon shall prosper. This week is going to be a wonderful, a positive, a glorious, an eventful, achieving week for all of us. So on this note, I say goodbye. God bless you all. And hope to see you again next Saturday or Sunday. Thank you. Bye.